Yo, so hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh, it's been a long time since I last dropped a video. I know, I miss you too, even though I don't know if you do, but yeah, this is me just trying to dust up the cobwebs in this place, right? Just trying to, pick it up from where I left it. So if you're seeing my video for the first time, I'm your favorite brand designer, the graphic chef. In today's video, I'm simply going to be going over how I took this popular job seeking platform logo from looking like this to looking like this. Now, if you have not checked out the project on my page, I will be leaving my handles maybe in the description so you can go there, follow me, and I promise you my channel is packed with a lot of stuff that you will actually learn from. Finally, before we jump right into the video, please do well to subscribe, turn on post notifications, like, share, and comment. Share to your friends because I know you will learn something from this, and I'm very sure your friends will also. So don't be a stingy person. So please do well to share. So without wasting much of your time, let's just get into the kick. Let us get into the business of today. So we are going to be working with this logo, right? So we're going to be working with this logo, and first things first, before we start any redesign, we need to identify what is wrong with the initial one, because if something is good and you go to modify it, it does not make any sense. Something has to call for modification for you to modify it. And looking at this logo, there are some certain things I saw that I felt like, you know what, this thing actually needs a redesign. So I took it upon myself to put my creativity to test. Now, disclaimer, this is not the only process to achieving this logo. This is just my preferred process. So nobody should come for me. So I'm going to be pointing out a few things that I feel like it's just wrong with this logo. Maybe you too might see it. So first things first, shout out to the creative team for putting out this. But I feel like in this modern age and time, especially for brands of this scale, professionalism has to be their hallmark, right? Especially for brands like Jobberman. And looking at this logo, I feel like, you know what, it does not just give that vibe of professionalism, right? So I took it upon myself, like I said again, to look into it. You're welcome. Now, first things first, looking at this logo, um, you can see that there are two kinds of fonts here. You can see this one having these pointed places, they are called serifs. So this is more like a serif font. This letter J is more like a serif font, and it's different from the rest of the pack. I can use pack, right? It's different from the rest of the pack. The rest of the pack is made up of sans serif fonts, but this one, Oga, just stands alone and it's made up of pointy edges. And to me, I feel like, no, that does not sit right. Well, I guess you agree with me that two letter marks in one form, no. For me, it's just a no. I really see brand do that these days. Well, I guess that's why we are redesigning, right? So that's one. Number two is readability issue. It has a readability issue. What do I mean? If you look at this letter J and this letter O, right, you can't see the entirety of what is going on here. To me, right, you can't see the entirety of what is going on here. It's just so unreadable professionally, right? The third thing I'm feeling like it's a problem here is the placement of this icon, right? You rarely see icons that are placed to cover the letter mark or the form or the pack of the logo, right? Can be using pack, right? So the way it's placed, it is supposed to be placed here, placed here. You know what it means now, right? We rarely see logos that are placed to cover this, right? And that's number three, I guess. So number four is this is personal, right? I feel like we already know that this is a man. It feels too literal to me. right? It feels too literal. Brands these days, especially brands that are in this niche, many of the times they go with simple, bold, minimalistic logos that you can see it, understand it, but many of the times it's not just literal. That's what I mean. It's not just literal, right? Especially for brands like this. So to me, I feel like this man here holding this briefcase don't tire. He needs to, leave or maybe move aside. And funny enough, I saw the man moving aside when I was doing my research for the brand. So yes, I guess that's number three. So number four is, I guess that's the last one. If I'm correct, I guess that's the last one. So looking at this .com, I feel is just disjointed from everything that is going on here. Just like this one, it sounds like just the lone wolf. He's just playing his own game. It feels too disjointed from these guys that are standing here. This man is too far from this guy. Maybe he's walking towards it, so I don't know, but you get the joke. So this guy feels disjointed, right? And for me, especially when it comes to brands using that functional name, I'm not sure this .com is supposed to be there in the first place to me, right? So I guess that is all for understanding what is wrong with this logo. I mean, man, shout out to the brand that came up with this, no shades, but in this modern age and time, there are things that, like I said earlier, we need to just look into, especially brands of this size and of this magnitude pulling off great things. Shout out to you people. Shout out to, I see your amazing work. So shout out to you guys, but your logo has to be touched. So having this understanding, what should I do next, or what should we do next, or what did I do next? So you need to understand how the logo came in the first place, right? Because you need to understand how the logo came in the first place. What was used in creating this logo that we see. Now, let's just digress from this part a bit and let's come over to this part. This is the part that you need to look at to understand, oh, how is this logo like this? So this, you are seeing the letter J, and obviously you can see a man, right? I don't know if it's a woman that wore trousers, but I'm definitely sure it's a man, right? So looking at this, there's a theory that I use in determining the pattern or the style of logo they used, right? Or the style or the projection they went to in creating this logo. And that is what I call the identity concept way, right? That's what I call the identity concept way. Now, I'm not going to explain everything here, but I guess I'm just giving a hint so you two that is watching it understand. Now, this identity concept way was developed by Michael Schmidt. You need to read that book, Logo Design Theory. It will help you a lot. So, back to what we are saying. So, looking at this, you see J as in the first initial of the brand's name, which is Jobberman, suggests that this starts with a corporate name. So this logo is a corporate name, right? This logo is a corporate name. And looking at this also, so they're using the first initial to start the logo, and this also suggests that it is a monogram. You can see the J here, which suggests that it's a monogram plus a logo. You can see this man here, right? So it combines logo and monogram together. So it's a corporate name and falls between the line of monogram and a logo, right? So corporate name, you see corporate name. Let me give you like a hint. Corporate name like LV, Louis Vuitton. Names like Gucci. Right, I guess Gucci too makes use of a G inverted, two G's inverted, right? If I can remember, I don't wear those brands. So yeah, that is how we came about with this. So having this understanding that it's a corporate name monogram, I decided to go with the corporate name monogram, right? You then begin to design in this light, right? Having this corporate name monogram in mind, you begin to design in this part. You understand? So you stay within the confines of the brand. You don't need to go outside. Now, if it gets to a point where you need to go outside to like the way or the pattern they followed is not aligning, right? then you change tactics, which I did, right? Because many of us must have been wondering, not be corporate name that guy you that we explain, right? But first, I'm just telling you how this work this part with me, right? Work this part. I'm your teacher. Work this part with me. So having this corporate name and monogram, so I decided to redesign this in a much more simpler and minimalistic way, right? I guess. So these are the iterations I did. Now, so let me just basically explain, right? So the name J plus man. So what I did was after my research, I was just looking for a way to represent this guy with the briefcase minimalistically, right? In a minimalist way, right? So if you go online and type a man minimalism, you can go there and do your research. You will find shapes like this most of the times. Most of the time, this is just the basic one. I try to strip it off of anything that looks too excessive, right? So this is the silhouette of this our guy. This is the silhouette of this our guy here, and this is the letter J, as you can see. So this is the letter J, as you can see. I don't know if you're getting me. So this, I took this and this together and converted it to give me this. So I took this and combined it with the letter J, as you can see, to give us our first mark for the brand. So you can see the letter J here, right? And you can see the human being or the man. So what I did next was try to see how I can play with this. It's called iteration. So I tried to iterate it in a different way to get a different side to the logo, so it doesn't just look generic. You understand? So you see me trying to curve more. You see me trying to, just do a lot of things with it, right? Twisting, bending. You can just see it, right? You can still see that with all the iterations I am doing, I'm trying to still keep it cool with, the initial idea of the designers when they were designing this logo, which is the letter J plus the human being, right? Which is letter J plus the human being. So you can see it here, me just trying to play, trying to tweak it a bit so I can get something unique that stand out, right? Something unique that stand out, but at the same time blends into, that just goes with the logo that they had in mind before. So you see me trying out different techniques, trying out different things right here, right? So after doing this, I decided to go deeper. I went deeper into creating more marks, right, to see if any of them will be suitable. So you see me just playing with it, right? Decided to go do something different here, which I will explain maybe later. But just look at this. You see the letter J here, letter J here, letter J here, letter J. This guy here, 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 this guy here. So after doing this, I decided to take another direction. And the reason why I did that was because after creating this, I just felt that it didn't just agree well with what they represent. This is me. And many of the times, these logos, after doing my iterations and checking it out on Google, because I wanted it to be distinctive, I found out that many of them were looking generic, right? Many of them were looking generic. So having this understanding, what did I do next? So if you are faced with this kind of problem, what you need to do is to reanalyze the brand. Now, reanalyzing the brand, the next step after that is to come up with a brand brief. That brand brief will now give you a creative direction to coming up with a new identity for the brand within the brand's system. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Now, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So what I did was I went to Jobberman's page. I went to Jobberman's page to just get create a brand brief from their website. So let's just go there and I'll show you. So back to Jobberman's website. So you just go to the about section, because the about section tells you about the brand, So I will just read it out so you look at it. I know you can see it, but let me read it out. I'm your teacher. So Jobberman is a leading career development and recruitment solution company, connecting qualified job seekers with verified employers. Jobberman offers online career development, support, training services, and personalized HR solutions for job seekers and employers. What all this big grammar is saying in essence is what Jobberman do to the core is to connect qualified job seekers to verified employers. Chicken na simple. Connecting qualified job seekers with verified employers, right? With verified employers. Now, there's another thing that you might not necessarily see, but I found, which is at the tail end of this. Jobberman offers online career development supports, training services, and personalized HR solutions for job seekers and employers. To me, I feel like what they are trying to do is to, push out their brand value. And from here, what I saw is they are trying to be friendly, like police is your friend. You get what I'm saying? So at the tail end of this place, they're just trying to say we are friendly, we are open, our hands are open, we are soft. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Modern, not too harsh, like you know, when you jam some of our people that are on uniform. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So they're trying to be friendly, right? So I pick those things, and having this thing, what do we do with this information? Well, we go back to how we started redesigning the logo, which is back to this our main guy. So for the want of time, I have written down. I have written down 3 words that you will see here. So you see connect, job seeker, and job employer. Another one is friendly, right? Or they are friendly. We'll just have that in mind. So looking at this, connect, job seeker, and job employer. So what does this tell us? It simply means that in essence, what Jobberman brand brief is telling us is that they connect job seeker. So what they do is to connect job seeker to job employer, which boils down to this part here, which is called corporate activity. So corporate activity simply tells us about what the brand does. Right? It tells us about what the brand does. So using this, having this knowledge, right? Having this knowledge, I decided to go with Jobberman corporate activity logo, because we already have 2 things in the brand, right, to help us or aid us create this logo, right? So picking out 2 elements from the brand brief, right? So job seeker, job employer, and connect. So the next question is, how do we then illustrate these 3 things in a simple and effective way, right? So after doing my research, after doing a lot of mind mapping, I came up with one solution. So to illustrate connect visually, you use a circle. I used a circle. Now to connect is to join, right? To connect is to link. To connect is to unite, right? If you have done sets, universal sets, right? Subset, universal sets. So you see that what they used to do that is a circle. Are you getting me? I'm teaching you mathematics here. So connect, I used a circle to illustrate it. Then for job seeker and job employer, you will all agree with me that they are human beings, more like a man. I know they are women. The Bible says in his image he created him, male and female. So in him, then male and female. So man represents man and woman. So what do I do? Coming back to this, we find out that when we were creating, we find out that job seeker and job employer means that it's a man, and our letter J suggests that we have a man inside. So we have to just look for something beautiful, right, in this that we have created to add to this connect to give us our logo, right? You are following. So I brought out these 2 guys here. I brought out these two guys here. So one represents our job seeker, and one represents our job employer. I hope you are following. I know you are. Please also share your thoughts in the comment section. Right? So having this understanding, so we have this guy, and connect. So the goal now is to merge these three things together, and you see how I did it. So this is it here. So you see me having an understanding. I try to see a way to put all this in an enclosed, loop, in an enclosed circle loop. So you see me testing out different forms, and how you create this is just to highlight one of them, go to object, repeat, radial function, so you get that. So you see me trying out different style, iterating different style. Oh, you already know where this is coming from, right? You see it's here. Oh, this is our guy. Say hello to our guy, our employer is looking at us. So you see me just trying to create this here, create this here, create this here, create this here. Just testing out different functions until we landed at this our guy. Now, why I chose this was because there's something we call internal function and external function. So you can see this our guy is moving in a circle, head to tail. I've forgotten where I saw that. I guess it was Kung Fu Panda, right? Head to tail, like just going head to tail in a circular form. So the circular form, like we also said, illustrates connection. Then these guys that are going around, maybe one is hiring, two are looking for a job. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Easy peasy. So if you come to my logo rationale, you see it right here that one fine boy is looking for a job opportunity, and one potbelly man is hiring a job. I'm not saying all job seekers, all job employers are potbelly, right? Forgive me. So so circle form symbolizing Jobberman's purpose of connecting employers to employees, which gives birth to papa, mama, another mama, gives birth to this guy right here, right? Gives birth to this our logo right here. So you can see the explanation here. The Jobberman logo features a minimalistic representation of a job seeker and an employee enclosed in a circular form to represent connection. The Jobberman's purpose of linking job seekers with qualified employers. This design reinforces Jobberman's role as a bridge between talent and opportunity, fostering a continuous flow of growth and success. Now, I know we said there is one other thing that we took out from the brand, and that is friendliness. Now, you will notice that many of the shapes I used has a round corner, indicating it being soft, right? If you are friendly, you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be soft. You understand? And so that is the concept behind. I didn't use sharp edges, right? I combined it with some form of friendliness, so it doesn't appear too harsh. Cozy, soft, modern, and it just fits the brand. So that was how I got the logo for Jobberman. Now over to the mark. So I decided to go with one style of font and not two. This time I decided to go with a sans serif, something that is simple, bold, that matches the vibe of the brand. And I decided to go with Inter, right? Then made a few adjustments to this, right? And voila, here we have our redesign. I guess I'm not missing anything, and I know you have learned a lot. Please, if you have not followed me by now, I guess I must have shown you the reasons why you should follow me. So for you to see more content like this, please do well to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, like, share, comment, share to your neighbor, will you? And I will see you on the next one. Peace.